Everyone, it's Stephanie Kakris here, and I am really pleased to be bringing you my weekly Wealth and Abundance Energy reading for the 19th to the 25th of August. For those of you who don't know me, I am a high performance coach is one way to describe what I do. I'm also deeply spiritual and really believe in helping people to align their personal energy with their goals and desires, and so that they can live their life purpose. So many people out there know what they know. They know that they're here to do something really special with the world. They might not know what that is, or they might know what that is and they've been trying on their own for a long time, and they know that they really need support. And there's no way that I would be where I am without all the coaching and support that I've had along the way. And it's so funny, the birds are going bananas outside. In the last 12 months or so, I have been called and divinely guided to create a Oracle card deck for parents. So I've had a tough time in the last 12 months or so with my own two children. I have a son who's 15 and a daughter who's 10. And I had some issues with anxiety and with school refusal and with grief and some trauma with some things that have happened with school and friends and, normal growing up things. But there were so many times when I just did not know what I needed to do to support them. I felt really helpless. And helping my kids at that time, and I was just really called to create these cards and finalize them. The idea came to me about 13 years ago for the cards, and at that time I wrote up about 30 cards, and in the last 12 months I've been working to finish them. So here they are. This is the front of the cards, or the back, whichever you like to describe it, and this is a light code that has been channeled especially for this deck of Oracle cards to help parents to gain their own higher wisdom, insight for how to help their children. I've been doing readings with the cards in various groups on my page, and the feedback has just been really incredible. So if you would like to sign up to my list, I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter on the 1st of September, and I've been working on that intensively the last few days. And if you would like to sign up to my mailing list to receive one card to your email inbox for free every Monday morning for a whole year, there are 52 cards. So that's a year's worth of parenting insight for free. Hop onto the website, which is parentingoraclecards.com, and you'll receive your first card next Monday morning. This week's ones have already gone out, so you will receive the ones. You'll hop into the group that starts next Monday. So on to the Wealth and Abundance Energy reading for this week. So every week I hop in and I choose 3 cards, and I ask for guidance about what we all need to know to help us with what to focus on in terms of building our wealth and our abundance and our, what we're moving towards, what we're trying to do in our lives, what we need to focus on for the week. So we've had a huge energy shift in the last couple of weeks with the 8th of the 8th, with the Lion's Gate and eclipses and full moons and all sorts of things. And we need to love ourselves. So the first card that's come up is number 1, is the most important card in the whole deck, which is love. And it says, I frequently tell my children I love them and demonstrate my love by listening to them, laughing with them, and enjoying time with them. Now, this is my gorgeous daughter in the photo here, and she's just so full of love, and she's drawing a heart in the sand there, and she's I'm sure she's going to be a very powerful healer herself, and so that's why I've used her image on the card, because she just exudes love and her eyes are just full of love. And the message for this week for you all is to really love yourself up. Take a lot of time for self-care. How can you love yourself? How can you show yourself the love that you deserve this week? So be gentle with yourself. Watch your words. Watch the way you're speaking about yourself to other people. Watch the way you speak about to yourself, and you know, treat yourself as if you would your best friend. Most of us have such horrible thoughts in our heads about ourselves, and it's really bad habit. So if you're finding that you're really down on yourself and you're having a lot of thoughts, then get out your journal. I have a special journal for dumping negative thought patterns. And so whenever I feel annoyed with myself, particularly where I just have got these thoughts that are going around and around and not going away, I get out my journal and I write it all down. And then that way it's like clears it out. And then, you know, it just paves the way for more positive thoughts. If you're a business person, you read over the testimonials from your clients. Think about what your best friend would love to say about you. Ask them what they love about you. Really love yourself up this week. So that's the first card for wealth and abundance for this week, is love. So hello to the people that are watching. Hi Jolene, hi Michelle, hi Tamara. I'll get to the readings in a second. I'm just going to, I've drawn 3 cards for the general reading for this week for people watching the replay, and then I'll get to the other readings. So this is the next card for this week. This is resilience. So this says, I assist my children to seek out healthy and effective coping strategies, including looking at the positive side of things. So if you're feeling a little bit battle weary, then think about, focus on, and you know, we have a tendency to focus on what's the worst thing that can happen. So I would encourage you this week to, again, if you want to journal out all those fears and doubts and worries and concerns and how you wish that you were so much more further along than you are, journal all those out, and then ask yourself, what is the best thing that can happen? What would I like my life to look like if I had a magic wand and I could give myself anything that I need, and really connect with that, create a beautiful scene in your mind and in your imagination. Write a story about what your life is going to look like when things are flowing and things are happening in the way that you want them, and connect with that energy, because when we can change our own vibrational energy and connect with what it is that we want, that's when it turns up. That's how the law of attraction works. So, you know, be resilient this week. Be kind to yourself, and know that things are going to shift and turn around. So the third card that I've pulled out is the personal responsibility card. So this one says, my children are responsible for their own feelings and actions, and I are responsible for mine. Now, there's 2 meanings that I'm getting for you guys for this week. And the first meaning is that we need to take personal responsibility for everything that's happening in our lives, because whilst we don't deliberately attract everything, our vibration and our energy does attract everything. Now, taking personal responsibility doesn't mean blaming ourselves. It doesn't mean judging ourselves. It doesn't mean being really harsh on ourselves. I encourage you to take like a bird's eye view of what's happening in your life and saying to yourself, okay, so how is this playing out? How do I create this? And do it really gently. And it's something that I'm really good at doing with my clients, with no judgment. Let's just look at, why is this playing out? What do we need to learn from it? And how can we shift our vibration to move through it and, you know, and look after ourselves? The other thing too about this card is if you are being responsible for other people. So with the parents that I work with, sometimes they're being over responsible with their children, and they're trying to make all the decisions for their children. The parent takes it on board. If the children's having a bad day, the parent blames themselves. If they're a bit lost or if their health is struggling, the parent's like, oh, it must be all my fault. And that's not especially healthy for our kids. So, and it's not healthy for ourselves if we're doing that. So if you are taking on responsibility for other people's problems, then this week I want you to have an awareness about that, and gently and with compassion hand their problems back to them, okay? Because you don't need to take on everyone else's problems. The way that I find the thing that I do that's really, really helped me with that I've struggled with, being an empath. I've struggled with taking on other people's stuff for a long time. And the way that I've done that is I send angels and guides and I ask them to watch over that person. So I don't personally feel like I have to do that. So they're the 3 cards for the week. So I hope that makes sense. If you would like to sign up to get one of these cards into your email inbox for free every Monday for a year, there are 52 cards, then hop onto the website, which is parentingoraclecards.com. Okay, so I shall go through and do a few individual readings. So I'll do you first, Jolene. Let me see what Jolene needs to know for today. Okay, Jolene, this is the Carefree card. So this says, every once in a while, I enjoy a lazy day where I leave my to-do list on the table and be carefree with my family. So this is suggesting that you are being a taskmaster. You do a lot, and it's time to organize a day where you put your to-do list aside and you just enjoy yourself. Get outside, dance in the rain, go do a Zumba class, something like that, for a bit of fun. Do something a bit spontaneous, something that's light and fun, and, you know, ring a friend and say, hey, you know, I've decided I'm going to go out today. Do you want to come? It can be pre-planned, but I don't want you to create an agenda where it's all like planned out and, you know, there's no fun and spontaneity. So that's what that card is about for you, Jolene. Okay, so who have we got here? Michelle, I can see your, Michelle Northam, I can see your comment there. For some reason, my computer's not letting me scroll up to anyone that's before Michelle. So if you were before Michelle, you might need to pop your comment in again. Okay, Michelle, this card's for you. So I've got the rest card for you, Michelle. So this says, I choose to make time for rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. So it's time to schedule in a rest break. Maybe it might be helpful if you do that for half an hour each day. Allow yourself to take a nap in the afternoon, or to soak in a hot bath of an evening, or whatever it is that is going to rejuvenate yourself. Spend some time in nature, sit and watch the water, do a meditation, something that's really restful, because I feel like you need a bit of rejuvenation. You're a bit exhausted. So Tamara, we have got you for next. I'm just shuffling the cards. What would Tamara like to know for this week, for today? Okay, Tamara, I've got the grounding card has come out for you, which says regular connection with Mother Earth has amazing healing qualities and keeps us strong and centered. Now, I'm pretty sure, Tamara, that you are a highly intuitive person. And for those of us who are intuitive and we're getting downloads from the spirit world, we can become ungrounded really easily. So it's really important that we get regular time with connecting with Mother Nature. If you can take your shoes off and be barefoot on the earth, and imagine that you are like a tree, and send roots down through the bottom of your feet, through the bottom of your legs, deep down into Mother Earth. And I had the vision, I did this with someone the other day, and I'm getting the vision again of dropping an anchor down. Okay, so to keep yourself in your body gives you a lot more energy. When we're up here and we can get foggy, we can get really drained if we're not in our bodies. So that is for you, Tamara. Okay, Lisa, you're next. And if anyone's got a child that they would like support with, that's the main purpose of these cards, although of course they work with adults too, because we've all got our own inner children. Lisa, this is for you. This is the role model card. So this says, I aspire to be a great role model and treat myself and others with respect. So what I'm wondering about you, Lisa, is that is there someone who is bothering you, someone who you've got an issue with, someone you're worried about, that's getting you down? the most powerful thing that you can do to transform that relationship is for you to look after yourself and to do the right thing by you. So when we shift, our loved ones also shift. So it's hard to know without having a specific question, but yesterday someone said that they were worried about their adult son's health. And so I said to them, well, the most powerful thing that they can do is to look at what they're doing for their health and to look after their own health, look after their own body, and that person will then shift because we're modeling the kind of behavior that we want to see in someone else. So that's for you, Lisa. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. Yes, I've already done the abundance and wealth part of the thing. Yes, you might have to go back to the replay. Just doing a few individual readings. Okay, I'm going to get one more from the Heart Centered group, and then I'll go to you, Mary. So this is for Shari. Shari, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What would Shari like to know today? Okay, so this is the respect card, Shari. So this says, in our family, we respect and listen to each other. We are all equals. So without a specific question, it's a bit tricky for me to read exactly what this card, but this card is about respecting. When we treat other people with respect, then they will treat us with respect in return. So this might be about treating yourself with a bit more respect. If we're looking at the theme, to me the theme that's coming out in the cards this week is self-love, self-nurturing, treating yourself with respect, treating yourself the way that you would treat your best friend. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with you. I hope that resonates. Who have we got next? Mary Kawai, I'm doing you now. Okay, what would Mary like to know today? Okay, Mary, I've got the respect card for you as well. Okay, so that's come out again. So I hope you were listening to Shari's reading. It's about respecting other people, and even if they're really not being nice to you, it is, if you can speak to them with respect and speak to them with a loving heart, then it will shift the energy. But what's most important is that we respect ourselves. So I hope that resonates for you, Mary. Okay, Jenna, this one's for you. Just shuffle the cards again, clear them. Okay, Jenna. Okay, so this is the consistency card, Jenna. So this says, children thrive when consistent boundaries and limits are set. So I feel like you would benefit from being a little bit more consistent with your routine or with the things that are working. So one pattern of self-sabotage that I have done myself for many years and that I see in my clients is that we find something that works and it starts working, and then we chop and change. We think, oh well, yeah, okay, that worked, but then I'm going to try something else. So I want you to go back, Jenna, and I want you to look at what has worked for you in the past, where your heart is really sitting in terms of what you want, what you need to do in your business or with your personal life, or whatever it is that is most feeling like you need a bit of support with, and look at, well, what did I do that worked, and then keep doing that consistently and sabotaging yourself by jumping all over the place. Maybe it's with your marketing or whatever it is. So I hope that resonates. So Jenna, I will choose another card for your son. So that card was for you. Anastasia, hang on, I'll just Lisa saying thank you. Okay, Anastasia, I'll do you, and then Jenna, I'll do one for your son. Okay, what does Anastasia need to know today? Okay, Anastasia, I've got the grounding card for you come up. So I chose this card just a couple of minutes ago for Tamara, and this is suggesting that you need regular connection with Mother Earth. Okay, so taking your shoes off, barefoot in the grass, really grounding your energy down into the earth will have huge benefits for you. There's also some really beautiful grounding meditations on an app called Insight Timer, which is a free app with thousands of free meditations on it. If you search for grounding meditation, you'll find one. Also, there's some on YouTube as well that I love to do myself if I can't actually get out into Mother Nature, if the weather's too cold, or if I've only got a few minutes in a busy day or whatever. So I would encourage you to do that every day. Okay, so Jenna, I'm going to do one for your son who suffers with severe anxiety. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the love card that's come up for your son, Jenna. I frequently tell my children I love them and demonstrate my love by listening to them, laughing with them, and enjoying time with them. So I feel like your son maybe feels a lot of shame around his anxiety because he wishes that he was just like everyone else and that he could just go through life doing things easily. And he really needs to hear from you that you love him just the way he is, and that you love him even though he's anxious, and ask him how he would like you to show the love. How does he know that he's being I'll start again. How does he know that you love him? Okay, so we have the 5 languages of love. I'm a big fan of those. And even though we might think that we're demonstrating our love for them, our child, that might not be our child's love language. So they might want something different from us. So maybe have a sit down, have a heart-to-heart, ask him, how does he know you love him? What would he like to do? What can you do to support him further? So I hope that's helpful for you, Jenna. Let me have a look. Where are we up to? Mary says, thank you very much. Okay, Marion, I would love a reading about creation, music creation, writing, video, sharing my inner world outwards and being able to receive. Any guidance about success as an artist? Okay, so the belief card has come up, Marion, and I'm sure that you won't be surprised. So this says, I have high aspirations for my children and I believe in them. So the most important thing with our artistic creation is that we create from the heart and that we create what feels right for us. And we need to let go of whether other people are going to love it or not. Because in my opinion, when we create from a space of, is anyone going to like this, or we're trying to please other people, then it loses a little bit of magic. So I really encourage you, Marion, to create from the heart, to put your creations out there without any attachment of who's going to love them and who's not, because not everyone is going to ever love what you do. But there will be people who will be drawn to your work and there'll be people who won't like it. And you need to believe that the people who are drawn to your work will come along, and you just need to keep persisting, keep creating, because you're a creator, not because of worrying about the outcome. Okay, I know that's tricky to do, but that's what I'm feeling about this. So believe in yourself, believe that you have something really powerful to share. Think about the people who already love your work and what you've put out there before, and you know, even read biographies of artists who have made money with their creation and with what they're doing. And Elizabeth Gilbert's book Big Magic is coming to me, and her book Eat, Pray, Love are 2 really great inspirational stories about our creative pursuits. So I hope that's helpful, Marion. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do you, Faith. Yes, he struggles letting me in. Yes, so, Janelle, I'm sorry, I missed you. I'm going to do Janelle, and then I'll do Faith, and then I'm going to finish up for today. Yeah, so Jenna, you just need to try and connect with him, like, wherever possible. And he's shamed, like he's full of shame is what I'm feeling. because he feels like he's too much trouble. He feels like, why can't he just be normal? Why can't he get out of this? Why can't he help himself? My kids have both suffered with a lot of anxiety, and kinesiology has worked a treat for them. And you can go with kinesiology, you can go and you can surrogate for them. So if it's not something he'd be willing to do, if you get his permission, you can go and have a kinesiology balance, and you become in his energy, and then she balances you, and then she sort of turns you back into yourself. It's very there are some amazing kinesiologists in this group who work remotely as well, so you don't even need to leave your house. Okay, Janelle, and then I'm going to do you, Faith. Okay, Janelle. What does Janelle need today? Okay, Janelle, I have chosen the active listening card for you. So this says, I feed back to my child what they've told me so they feel heard and understood. So I'm wondering I'm not sure if you've got kids or not, but this is about relationships. So I'm wondering if you're not feeling heard in a relationship, and I'm wondering if it's because your partner or your friend or your loved one is not feeling heard themselves. Okay, so active listening is about stopping, and when you're having a conversation, putting your own agenda aside and actually really listening to what the other person has to say and feeding back to them, okay, so I'm hearing you say X, Y, and Z. And when your loved one feels heard, then they will be much more willing to stop and listen to you. And you can even set that up, say to them, okay, I feel like we need to have a conversation where, and I've seen it I've done this myself with couples, where you have a talking stick, okay? So it can be anything, it can be a pen, right? Whoever's holding the pen gets to talk, and all the other person does is feedback what they've heard them say, okay? So, and then when they've completely finished talking, they stop, and then they say, is that it? And then, is there anything else? And they keep going and they keep going. And then it's the other person's turn, and the other person's not allowed to say anything about themselves. All they can do is listen and feedback what they've heard. It's very, very powerful stuff. So I hope that is helpful for you, Janelle, active listening. And if there's no relationship issue, it might just be something that you need to do a little bit more practice in, is really listening rather than thinking about what you need to reply or about your agenda, just hearing the other person's point of view and feeding back to them what they've said. Okay, so I'm hearing that you're saying that you're really concerned because blah, 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 or whatever it is. So I hope that's helpful, Janelle. Okay, hi, Jessica. I'm just finishing up, so yeah, cool. This is good. Thank you. I'm just going to do Faith now, and then I'm going to finish up. So sorry for those people who have commented. If I get a bit of a chance later, I'll come and I might do a comment reading for those last couple of people who've commented. Faith, what has got me feeling stuck and like I don't know what to do with my creativity when it's endless and capable of everything? Why am I so bored? Why do I only feel magic at night time? Okay, feeling really stuck. All right, what does Faith need to know? Here it is. Okay, so this is the nurturing card, Faith. So this says, I choose to take time away from my kids to nurture myself. So I feel like that you're trying a little bit too hard to find the answers, and being a bit of a taskmaster and letting your ego really take the lead, when you need to allow the spiritual side of you to receive the idea and then to sit with it and to ask the universe to show you if that's the right way and then to move forward. So I feel like there's a little bit of, you trying to round up the chickens. You've got all these creative ideas and they're like chickens running around, and you need to get them back into their pen, and you're just running at them and they're just like running away and all over the place, a little bit like, the getting all your ducks in a row or whatever that expression is. So just be still, nurture yourself, love yourself up, ask spirit to help you, ask for guidance about what is the next thing to do, meditate, and center yourself. So I just feel like your energy is all really scattered. So maybe you need to call all those creative ideas back in, and just be really centered, and yeah, ask to be shown. Ask to be shown. Ask your heart. Ask your womb space, whatever it is that you feel into your body, and allow it to come rather than trying to chase it. Okay, so I hope that's helpful for you, Faith. I know that I can feel that you're impatient, and I totally get that, because I'm very impatient, because we all, we've got all these ideas and we want them to happen now. But yeah, I encourage you to just be still, be patient, allow a bit of time for it to all come with you. Love yourself up. So I'm going to stop there. Thank you so much for everyone for participating, and I hope you've enjoyed the cards. And if you would like to sign up to receive a card into your email inbox every Monday morning for free, there are 52 cards, and so that's a whole year's worth of insight. Hop onto the website, which is parentingoraclecards.com. Bye for now, and I'll catch you again next Monday at the same time. See you.